What up, great people? You know who it is and what it is. I am Mr. Darkeye. You're tuned in to the Mr. Darkeye podcast right here on Anchor FM, New Soul Music Radio, the home of daily motivation to trust God and live your dreams. Man, I hope y'all are having an amazing day. And if not, I'm sure it'll get better for you. And if it doesn't quite work out the way you want it to, just know that there will be a better day tomorrow. For every dark night, there's a brighter day. Shout out to Tupac, man. For those great, memorable lyrics that, I always seem to find something that I can relate to life when it comes down to Pac, man. But I'm going to tell y'all something. On this day, 3 years ago today, there was someone that I feel like represented that passion, represented the spirit of Pac that we lost 3 years ago today, and that's NIPSEY HUSSLE. Just want to briefly just talk about that for a minute, because that was a tough time, a tough day for a lot of people who was fans of Nip for his music, or like me, was fans of him from a perspective of just who he was as a man. And on that day, I just remember hearing from my nephew that he had been shot. And first thing hit my mind was why? Like, who would shoot Nipsey Hussle and why? Because everything that I had seen about him was all positive. Like, his energy was positive. Everything about him was just positive. Even some of his music. I wasn't really listening to his music like that. I can't say that I was a fan from a perspective of his music. Not to say that I'm saying that I listened and then I thought it wasn't good or something like that. Nah, it's just that who he was as a man and what he represented outside of being an artist is what got my attention the most. And I think when I remember when I heard, that he had been shot, it was like, I was like, why? Can wrap my mind around it. But, and then no less than 10 minutes later, he was pronounced dead. And, it's nothing about it made sense to me at all. So, of course, all of the stories and, the reasons why he was killed, and, people just saying it was just over jealousy and hate. People said he was targeted by, people who wanted him out of the way because he was getting ready to do a documentary on Dr. Sebi. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. And, then it was a thing about him bringing peace between the Bloods and the Crips. And he got the police involved, and, they didn't want that. So, that was a reason that was floating around on why he was taken away from us. So many different things, right? But at the end of the day, he's gone. He's no longer with us, and it's the 3rd year of his anniversary. And I just wanted to speak personally from my perspective on it, to say that I literally cried tears. It just really bothered me deeply. It broke my heart, especially after I saw the video. And just seeing the video and how, just seeing how the situation just went down, saying how it all played out, where the guy walked up to him, shot him, ran off, came back and kicked Nip in the head and hit him with that kill shot, just the one that took him out. And man, it was just very difficult and hard to watch that. And like I said, I cried. It was like I hadn't cried like that, felt like that about someone, being murdered in the industry that I was a fan of since Tupac. Like, I didn't cry like that before, it was really just heartbreaking because of it was like a here we go again type of thing. And it was like for no reason whatsoever, right? And I remember, shout out to C.T. Kirk, Pastor C.T. Kirk from Rock Hill, South Carolina. I remember he shared a post, and this is why Nip was still alive and well. He shared a post that that I could be the next Nipsey Hussle of Rock Hill if we supported, Darkeye more. I mean, he was just implying that he felt like, the community could stand behind me a little more than what they are doing, which I feel like, the city of Rock Hill definitely supports me, at least the ones that understands the assignment. But I just remember thinking to myself, like, what if I'm in position like Nipsey Hussle with that kind of ownership? Well, I ain't gonna say what if, when I'm in position with that kind of ownership. And because I have ownership now, and I'm doing a lot for my community now, especially with independent artists and just people who are aspiring business owners, helping them get some structure. I'm just saying, like, when it levels up and it's bigger than what people can possibly imagine, and I reach levels that they never thought I would, I was thinking to myself, like, what could happen? What could happen? I don't know. I ain't tripping. I ain't worried. I'm covered. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But I'm just saying I had those thoughts, But I think at the end of the day, God is God, and God is going to make decisions and do things that we are never going to be able to understand, because he sits in a position that we don't. So therefore he see what we don't see. So he's always going to do what we'll never think of to do, because your position determines what you see, and what you see determines what you do. And this is the reason why we would never really ever, I ain't even so really, we would never understand God in his position, because we would never be in his position. Therefore, we would never see what he see. Therefore, we would never be capable of ever doing what God could ever do in our lives. You know what I'm saying? So, it'll always be a question. It'll always be a question on why God is doing what he's doing and why he's done the things he's done. It would always be a question of ours. But at the end of the day, we are thankful. We are thankful for the great Nipsey Hussle and all that he left us with as far as his music and his content. You can always pull up videos and interviews of all of the knowledge and the wisdom that he shared during his time here. So we thank God for that. But I just wanted to take time today to reflect on what Nipsey Hussle meant to me. And I thank Nipsey for always teaching us what was taught to him and sharing his experiences with us, whether it was, like I said, through interviews, through his music, just allowing us to enter into his mind and kind of soak up some of that game. And yeah, man, we just thank you, Nip. We thank you for everything. We thank God for you. We do, man. So today, if y'all have the time, please take time out to say a prayer for his family as they may be going through some tough times on this day. Do something in memory of Nip. Play his music, pull up some of that content, check him out. You know what I'm saying? As we continue to celebrate the life of Nipsey Hussle. The marathon continues, people. And shout out to J No Truth as well. My business partner, my bro fam, my brother, who was the first promoter out of Charlotte to bring Nipsey Hussle to Charlotte. And he's sharing content today on, his relationship with Nipsey Hussle and bringing Nipsey to Charlotte. So you can check out J No Truth in his content, and you know, just know that ultimately we all who was fans of Nip, you know, we celebrate you. We all celebrate you in our own way, individually, and we also celebrate you together. All right? So that's what it is, man. Like I say, marathon continues, and play some Nipsey Hussle music, you know, celebrate the life of Nip. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Mista Darkeye podcast. It's been a special episode as we look back on the life of Nipsey Hussle. Remember, trust God, live your dreams. We out.